At first glance, these might seem like rescue cats at some kind of shelter, but look closer and something much more sinister is taking place here. These are actually advertisements to torture and kill cats on camera, shared by communities who celebrate the performance of extreme acts of violence against animals.
There is a psychological disorder called sexual sadism, and the motivation underlying it is the sexual arousal or pleasure in watching the humiliation.
This activity is deviant and would be considered criminal in most countries. But we've found this kind of violent, disturbing content on mainstream platforms like X, YouTube, and Facebook, which means your children could potentially find it too.
It's pretty easy to have videos requested in the US and produced in places like Indonesia and then distributed literally all over the world for $20, $30.
There are torturers that are in Turkey and Japan, Malaysia and Europe.
Laura, who doesn't want to reveal her full name for safety reasons, is a volunteer in the activist group Feline Guardians.
We are seeing growth, and so reporting this is absolutely necessary.
Feline Guardians says a main nexus for the production of this content is in mainland China, where in less than a year they've documented a 500% surge, the equivalent of one new cat torture video every 3 hours. Chinese state media has named and shamed some individuals for alleged animal torture, but there have been few criminal prosecutions because of what legal experts say is a glaring loophole.
China does not have a stand-alone comprehensive law against animal cruelty.
This Chinese volunteer, who asks not to be identified, infiltrates and exposes networks of animal abusers.
China's censorship of politics and pornography is actually very strict, but regarding animal abuse, there is no supervision of this thing.
In other countries, law enforcement has been cracking down. Turkey, a country renowned for its abundant street cats, announced a number of arrests of suspects accused of torturing and killing cats, while in the U.S., the FBI has conducted arrests in Utah, Wisconsin, and Texas in the last 2 years. In a months-long investigation, CNN infiltrated some of these animal abuse networks, and what we've learned is that to avoid detection, these members often speak in code and sometimes even disguise themselves as cat lovers. The more extreme groups require newcomers to demonstrate their own acts of violence to get into these clubs. Activists and experts worry that some tech giants' decisions to reduce vetting on social media platforms may make it easier to share this truly awful content with the wider public.